Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Is
Sir,
it
it is
audible?
Yes, sir.
audible.
Audible.
Yeah. Good evening, one and all. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everybody. That due to some technical snag, it is somewhat delayed. No issues. Welcome all of you for this an integrated approach, modern strategies of civil aviation. This is Dr. N. Gopal Sami. Totally, I have around 35 years experience in various fields and five numbers of industries in different types of activities and engineering colleges around 10 years. Regarding this, any moment of material, that is, I have worked in many companies starting from GD Wheeler, Coimbatore, and Shakti Sugars, CNC Shop, Palakondan Balayam, and Gramax CNC Limited, Chennai, and after that, Lakshmi Synthetic Machinery Manufacturers Limited, Coimbatore. After that, Sarwal Engineering Private Limited, Varamadai, and I have started my own operations. And in between, I have joined in colleges also. Materials management definition. It is defined as an organized concept which has the authority and responsibility of all activities. It is okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is audible.
What, when, where, which, whom, and how are the questions raised before taking any activity on the day-to-day. Hello. Is it audible? Hello. Next, next board. Modern strategic materials management. Materials management is a process that involves using advanced technologies, strategic planning to ensure the right materials are available when needed. System assisted effective management of all process starting from material input to policy, positioning the consumer point. Nowadays, AI-related technologies are utilized here. Okay, okay. Now it is. Hello. Next. Watch objectives and importance. Efficient use of the working capital. Lowering inventory investment and increasing the inventory turnover. Responding to the market damages chances related to any product. Ensuring cooperation of all departments. Providing best services to the king of the market, that is customer is the king. Basic functions of materials management, that is effective management and supervision, sound purchasing methods, an efficient purchase system, a simply inventory control program which is should be in simple manner, result oriented recursion and distribution system, return policies and procedures. A practical receiving program, it denotes the need for accountability and reliability for the best results. Purchasing, receiving, and paying. Objectives of material management: right price, high inventory turnover, low procurement and storage cost, continuity of supply, consistency in quality, cordial relationship with supplier, development of vendors, good information system, low storage cost, and good records. Secondary adjectives of material. This primary is main thing. Next. 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 Okay. Next one. Now it is audible. Is it audible now? Hello, is it audible?
Audible, sir, but echo.
Somewhat problem. Okay. The elements of materials management. Demand estimation. That is, the demands to be received from all the departments and consolidated together and given to materials or procurement department. Procurement. It is the activity of materials management department and it is forwarded for the suppliers through the inquiry mode. Nowadays we have many type of inquiries, assistance of email, WhatsApp, Facebook, so many advertisements. Earlier days, was only newspaper and letter correspondence. Then procurement, after procurement, visit and inspection. Proper inspection is to be carried out for the specifications and requirement based. Only accepted components are to be sent to the storage. Done by source personnel and on the proper manner through proper records. Maintenance and repairs also spares will be given to the supplier. Condemnation, this is comes under disposal of the rejected parts. Disposed properly to the end use or reuse. So, சொல்லுங்க என்ன பண்ணலாம் okay I can proceed now visible, it is not visible here. Okay, now it is okay.
Now, okay, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah. Principles of, that is principles of material handling. The slide is not opening. Okay, 1 second. Elements of materials management over principles of material handling. Hello. Visible here a little bit. Okay, the design of the container and how the material to be carried out, finished in bulk or raw materials as per the properly arranged in, so that it's informed confirmation, right weight calculations. Rehandling and backtracking of the materials should be avoided. These materials handling services or with the production line, this transfer line, classification of materials, raw materials in different shapes and sizes, that is iron, aluminum, copper, wood, plastic, rubber and chemicals, so on. Presently nanomaterials and smart materials. Work in progress inventories, that is in process materials required to go for further process. Finished goods, these are completely manufactured goods, inspected and ready for delivery to the customers. Supplies, these are the consumable goods used in the process manufacturing. Functions of materials management. As per the flow chart, it is understood that all the activities are combined together. Vendor supplying the raw material and given for manufacturing, and the materials management will arrange for the components, either raw material or semi-finished goods or subcontracts or new development that will be given for further process inside the industry. After that thorough inspection, finished goods are produced and again it is packed in good manner and given for customers after validating the operations. Next. Materials quantity and quality, that is based on the quality, the suitability of an item accomplished to the intended work. It will be as per the specifications given by the design. 4 factors affecting the purchase of raw materials are: raw materials should satisfy efficiency of the material, cost and shelf life for utilizing for equipment, consumptions of power requirement. The raw materials are mainly in different shapes and sizes, which size to be ordered, how much and when it is to be required are decided by the end user and purchase department. Quantity: based on the quantity, maximum inventory and minimum inventory, standard orders. Then reorder point, economic ordering quantity, just in time, ABC analysis, price and delivery dates. These are the essential terms to be considered defining the quantity. Ideal unit model. This is how much demand is required and when it is to be ordered, what is the reorder point, order placed, what is the lead time for the production, and how many numbers per order to be placed can be accumulated together if the value of the order is small and all the items to be ordered in a stretch, giving the split deliveries. Economic ordering quantity. The quantity most economic to buy is decided based on this. EAP is nothing but that is equal to root of 2AC divided by H. A is annual consumption in units. C is the cost of placing and receiving an order, that is purchasing order, releasing and receiving the order material. P is purchase price per unit. H is the holding cost per unit per annum. The total annual cost is equal to purchase cost plus order cost plus holding cost. These ABC classifications. This is done purely, it is you can say always better control. In materials management, it is playing a vital role. Class A, that is 5 to 10% of units, whereas the value is high. Class B is 30% of the units and 15% of the value, whereas Class C 50 to 60% of units and the value is 5 to 10%. Based on the need, this is classified and most attention is paid on Class A because the money involved is more and we have to take care when the order is to be placed, on what quantity, by to whom that is to be, and this will be helpful for deciding the order priority decision. VED analysis, nothing but vital item, essential item, desirable. Vital means it's important to be brought in time. In essential, it is a must. Desirable, it may be put or may not be. Combination of these two, this ABC. ABC nothing but they are better, always better control. A class, B class, C class item. Sometimes they may told, yeah, beautiful concept and VED analysis both combined together. We arrive on category 1, category 2 and category 3. Category 1 with 15%, category 2 45%, sorry 40% and category 3 45%. Value analysis. It's a systematic study of each and every element for its cost in a part, material or service to make certain that performance its function at the lower possible cost. Benefits of value analysis. Increase in existing cost of the product or service. Unnecessary expenditure is identified and eliminated. Product value improves for new materials and process. More profits. mathematical representation is value ratio equal to function cost by total cost. Reasons for unnecessary costs: lack of information, lack of ideas, changed circumstances, wrong beliefs, habits, and attitudes. Its technique. In this technique, many number of questions are applied. What must I do? What else does the item do? What does it cost? What else will the job do? What will be the alternative costs? This is based on the material or component what we are going to utilize it for the purpose and for which what I have to do and how much value it yields for the specific operations, and based on this the value analysis technique is carried out. Purchasing comes under materials management department. Centralized and decentralized. Centralized means collecting all the requirements from the individual departments and given for the materials management department or purchase department. It is combined together and it is applicable for small or medium industries. And decentralized means each department purchase their own requirement is routed to the department and they will do on their own. Mostly in large scale industries, this is carried out. Advantages of decentralized: efficient system, bargaining increased, good raw materials obtained at lower price. Decentralized advantages: flexible purchasing system, procurement is faster. Vendor development: any component required to be developed is given to this department and it is a challenging opportunity for the engineers who will go for vendor development in materials department. The service or sources which is given to us: four stages of vendor development: survey stage, inquiry stage, negotiation and selection stage, experience and evaluation stage. Survey means identifying the potential sources. Next. Identifying the potential sources of suppliers, seeking information, provisional vendors list. Then inquiry stage, analysis of information in all standard inquiry format, accreditation, FDA approval, ISO certification and personal visits. It is floated through email nowadays. Then negotiation and selection stage, quality control, specifications, clarification are done, and based on the decision, the quality control further ordering will be decided. Then experience based on the performance appraisal, quality and delivery time, and the supply performance for the suitability of the further process or the further assemblies. Survey stage. The following sources are considered: trade directories, trade journals, telephone directories, suppliers catalog, salesman. Nowadays, mostly emails, WhatsApp, and customized apps. Other ways are like interchanging of information with other companies, raising of public tenders, and advertisement in the press. Enquiry stage. The following aspects can be verified first-hand at primary visit: internal facilities of the vendor, financial adequacy, stability, and reputation of the vendor. That is, how sound is they are withstand the financial burdens for the suitability and supply to us. Location of vendor factory, whether it is nearby or far away, how often we can visit, that is to be decided. After sale service, industrial relationships, support for future developments. If any new ideas or components to be developed, it will be given to the particular specific vendor and given for the development. Negotiation and selection stage. The vendors who clear the inquiry stage, they are selected and negotiation being carried out with them. Based on the experience, normally negotiations is done by senior officials like GM and above cadres. The various aspects such as credit, quantity discount, quality as per design and intended specification are being considered. Normally the final certain product GM or a team of experienced personnel will be deciding to go proceed further on this negotiation and selection stage of a vendor. Experience and evaluation. The buyer evaluates the appraises performance of the vendor. The objective is to improve the performance of the vendor. Few ways evaluating vendor are categorical method, weighted point method, cost ratio method. Categorical method is purely decided on the grade point, that is grading factors. Supplies are as per quantity selected and deliveries are on time. Rigorous follow not necessary and willing to accommodate the when products schedule production suddenly changed. These are given with always, usually, seldom, never. That point grades are given. 987 for always, usually 654 is medium and seldom minimum category, then never 0. The points will be given accordingly and summarized to decide the factors to proceed further on vendor or not. Weighted point method, that is quantity rating, number of lots accepted per lots received into rating points. Delivery rating, number of lots received on time bar number of lots delivered, and rating points. Price rating, least offer received or suppliers offer into rating points. This cost ratio method. Cost ratio method is purchase can refer to the cost of sale this ratio. The variable cost ratio or cost benefit ratio. This ratio can help determine a company's profitability, the viability of a project, or the cost effectiveness of the purchase. Buying techniques. Purchasing of materials, machinery, and services are done by purchasing or materials department. For buying the material, company has to pay a price. The value that seller sets on his goods in the market is called as the price of that good. Price is one of the greatest variables in the purchasing of materials. Procuring right materials at affordable price at right time is essential duty of the materials department. Based on the quantity, through tender bidding, volume contracts, cash discount, quality discount, return policies, future buying, subject to vendor valuations, vendor rating, and vendor assessments. This cash discount is mainly given. Purchasing cycle and procedure. Obtaining requirements from the user department, that is intended receiving, prepare, make or buy decision based on the specifications and needs of the complexity of the components or materials and finding on the reliable sources, preparing the inquiry and appropriate needs, obtaining offers or quotations, preparing comparison statements, and supplier-based statistical data regarding quality and quantity are recorded. Purchasing cycle and procedure, that is selection of right source of supply, issuing the purchase order, terms and condition mutually agreed with both suppliers and consumer. After obtaining the acknowledgement for prompt supply with prescribed quantity and quantity, receipt of materials reports and analysis, checking and approving vendors' invoice for payment, closing the completed order, maintenance of record file, purchasing cycle flow chart is given. That is need recognition. each and every department will give the requirements with specifications based on the design, and it is given to the materials department through official requirements. Specification files and specifications are checked, and further where it is to be sent for inquiry, and based on the inquiry reply received, that is quotations or offers, will be finalized to whom it is to be ordered based on the past history and quality and quantity of supplying and their finance terms. Based on the purchase, all these records will be stored, and suppliers records are maintained by the materials department. Quotation and analysis price are and terms negotiation are done by materials management. Purchase order will be released for asking for supply. Follow up on supplier acceptance. This delivery of materials is done by the supplier, and checking of the quantity and quality then will be done by stores receipt and quality control department. The invoices are checked forward to accounts department, and the payment is made after acceptance of the component. All the activities are performed. Okay. The receiving process. Receiving clerk in charge will first, based on the order, they will give the receipt, and they will check for the quality, and it will be given for quality control department. All the things are recorded and submitted for purchasing department and given for payment. The invoices are sending to the accounts department after the acceptance of the quality. Receipt and inspection. Supplies offered or received in the store. The inspection policy should initiate the sampling procedure for inspection, and this procedure must be followed. Proper documentation, that is protocol, is maintained for inspection methodology. At the point of delivery, each item to be checked physically and counts against supplier invoice. The lot thus picked up random sampling method subjected to physical and chemical inspection. Carry out basic documents immediately. A day book or inward good register is maintained, and the issue register is also maintained while releasing to quality control. Next. Inspecting materials. Normally there are three types of inspection, that is raw material or goods inventory, and in process inspection, and final goods are delivery, during delivery of the product. These three types of inspection are done, and based on the design documents, all the things are recorded in proper manner so that the quality of the component is a must. Quality of the product speaks about the quality of the company. Return policies. If suppose any material is rejected, that will be immediately indicated to the stores department, and it is kept aside, and it will be informed to the supplier, where they will come for analysis, and they will accept their mistake if it is there. They may argue for further acceptance requirement. This can be considered like that, they will ask, but as per standard, as per specification, if it is not there, certainly we should not go for acceptance. It is rejected. There is a case for reuse or rework. That is also mostly avoided in the companies. Location of stores. Where the stores will be located or placed should be nearest to the manufacturing plant. Depends upon the nature of value of materials. and where it is to be stored, frequency of materials when it is to be received or issued, objectives, minimum wastage of space, maximum ease of operation, minimum handling cost, minimum other operational cost, rust and corrosion prevention. That is eco-friendly. It should be eco-friendly and environmental friendly. Facilities of stores, materials receiving area, quantity check, and inspection center for quality check, storage room, bins and array systems, automatic storage and retrieval system, centralized weighing department, adequate space for movement of man and materials equipped with computer system, washing room and waiting rooms. Functions of stores, general function, maintenance of stock and maintenance of hygienic and sanitation, pest control, rust preventive and safety needs. First aid kits are with trained personnel and firefighting equipment are maintained with stores. Maintenance of material handling equipments. In this maintenance of stock is subjected to audit. Some functions of stores, specific function, receiving and recording raw materials and goods, quality, sampling and approval by QC, positioning, storage, array and moving rack systems, issuing and recording of materials through proper channel for officer with standard formats and rules, receiving and dispatching finished goods. All the activities are carried out with the use of computers. Optimal function, distribution, dispensing, maintenance of weights, measures with proper protection to avoid damages. Next. Keeping clean is a must. Salvaging and disposal of scraps and surplus. Scrap is nothing but it cannot be used for the purpose intended. Surplus means it is additionally or obsolete, that is waste kept on extend to these accounts for the loss of profits. Scrap is commonly used for waste of all kinds, iron scrap, plastic, rubber, wood likewise. Nowadays e-waste is the main thing. Surplus means material procured or produced excess beyond the demand or need. Maybe it can be used in future. These occurs due to the following reasons: mistakes in procurements, wrong planning decisions, wasteful process in production, inevitable wastage during the adjustment of time, overall absence of efficiency, lack of quality knowledge, that is wrong measuring, inadequate inference with drawing. This mainly occurs because of the mistakes of mankind. Sometimes wrong placement of the items also leads to loss to the company. Then they will be searching for the component. It's not possible to trace out. Then they will go for new process. Wrong positioning. This is controlled by computer planning. Disposal of scraps. Surplus, recyclable, obsolete materials are most important area of materials management, but often overlooked and considered as minor. Popular due to increased public awareness of environment, government legislation, better recognition opportunities it offers in return. Nowadays, e-waste are more, and how to dispose is in R&D. Huge volumes are waiting for reuse or recycle and repair. Example, paper files and forms are recyclable item that can be sold to the recycle company. Plastic wastes are used for recycle waste. Disposal of scraps. Metals may be sold by inviting quotations from potential buyers through various contracts such as fixed price contract, varying price contract, specific bids and negotiations. It is worth of considering that scrap, like any other material, represent money, and to that extent it has value. Next. Disposal, it is main activity in the area of stores department, mainly concentrated on this. The following measures are adopted: monitored handling scrap, controlling of surplus and scrap, salvaging and converting waste for advantageous use, disposal of surplus scrap and disadvantages, suggestions for avoiding scrap or reduction in scrap quantity. JIT, EOQ and inventory control are added. Just in time and economic or quantity plays vital role. Salvage, it is defined as the processing of materials for advantageous use of disposal company properly. It is no longer economically useful in its present position. It is to be salvaged. Salvage operation, waste materials are properly collected and stored in one place continuously so that these can form a separate batch in production. Recoverable materials are stored in a scientific way. Yes, other items stored. How to go for salvation? That is material handling system. Involves handling, storing, controlling materials movements with proper records. The raw materials in process materials and finished goods are moved from one place to another inside the plant with proper records. Adds value through time and place utility. Impacts space requirement, profits, quality, safety, and productivity. On an average, 20% of the production cost is spent on material handling system. Mainly, material handling is the main activity. Any movement of materials is performed or done by this material handling system. Nowadays, technologies are improved, automated vehicles and remote control vehicles. More logistics methodologies are followed. The transfer system line, it is also there. 20 principles of material handling. Orientation principle: study the system relationship thoroughly prior to primary planning in order to identify existing methods and problems, physical and economic constraints, and to establish future requirements and goals. Planning principle: establish a plan to include basic requirements, desirable options, and the consideration of contingencies for all material handling and storage activities. Next. These principles are important for us. Systems principle: integrate those handling the storage activities which are economically viable into a coordinated system of operation, including receiving, inspection, storage, production, assembly, packaging, warehousing, shipping, transportation. Unit load principle: handle the product as a large unit load as practical. Space utilization principle: make effective utilization of all cubic space. Computer aided, that is product utilization, where 2 plus XYZ coordinates to be utilized, that is cubic feet capacity utilization is mine. Standardized principle: standardized handling materials and equipment wherever possible. Ergonomic, that is easiness or comfortness to the human. Recognize human capabilities limitations by designing materials, handling equipments, procedure for effective interactions. Energy principle: it includes energy consumption to material handling systems, material handling procedures when making comparisons of preparing economic justifications. Nowadays, energy consumption is minimized. Ecology principle: minimum adverse effects on the environment when selecting materials, handling equipment, and procedures. Mechanization principle: mechanize the handling process where feasible to increase the efficiency. Flexibility process: use methods and equipments which can perform a variety of tasks under a variety of operating conditions. Next. These things are main. The flexibility principle is mainly added in FMS, flexibility manufacturing system. It should accommodate all the components, all the activities. Simplification principle: simplify handling and eliminating, reducing or combining unnecessary movements. Gravity principle: utilize gravity to move materials wherever possible while respecting limitations concerning safety and product damage and loss. Computerization: consider computerization is material handling and storage system when customers warrant for improved material and information control. EDP or ERP SAPs are done based on the requirement, and the material handling also linked it together for the movement of materials. System flow principle: integrate data flow, physical method flow in handling system and storage. Layout principle: prepare operational sequence and operate equipment layout involved with viable system, and then select alternative system with best integrates efficiency and effectiveness. This overall equipment effectiveness is also a must. Cost principle. Compare economic justification, alternate solution in equipment and methods on the basis of economic effectiveness measured by expenses per unit handle. That is per unit how much it costs for movement. Capacity principle. Use handling equipment to help achieve desired production capacity. Performance principle. Determine effectiveness of handling performance in terms of expense per unit handle. Safety principle. It is the main thing. Suitable methods and equipment for safe handling for the safety of materials of men and material are required. It's a main essential thing for any operation of the company. Handling of materials must be performed safely, efficiently, at low cost, in a timely manner, accurately. The right materials in the right quantities to the right locations, and without damage to the materials and personnel, with proper records and movement. Next. Risks associated with improper handling, increase in cost of raw materials and finished goods, delay in production schedule and long production cycle, waste of machine time and personal time, increase in process inventories, dead inventories, that's called dead inventories, and damage or loss of materials to the employee and safety liabilities, employee frustration and reduced morale, customer dissatisfaction. Because of delay, the customers are dissatisfied. Hence, improper handling leads to loss to the company. Selecting material handling system based on size and shapes, layout, design. Different material handling methods for suited different types of sizes and types of materials. How much to be carried? Small or lightweight, and it is larger or bulkier, or liquid or solid, or any other sections. Layout design. The layout and design of warehouse can be impact the feasibility and effectiveness of different material handling systems. Layout, many layout methods are there. Identify possible solutions. Organize meeting with the material handlers, machine operators, supervisors, and support engineers. Evaluate alternatives. Meet again to rate the alternatives, consider future plans and growth potential. Then how effectively the material handling system to be utilized can be analyzed with the evaluate alternatives. Selection of material handling system based on material properties, shape, size, chemical, physical properties, and powder or liquid like that. Facility space allowances, availability. How many square feet available for the utilization, that is to be decided. Structural strength and facility. Then process flow, how it is to be carried out or decided. Intended equipment operations. Material handling equipment supplier, based on the supplier also it is decided, that is they have vast experience or not. Cost factors and total cost of university. How many rupees to be invented on this. Material handling equipments, 5 categories: industrial trucks, automated guided vehicles, monorails and other rail guided vehicle, conveyors, cranes and hoists. Nowadays we have more remote control and automatic rail system movements for material handling. Transfer lines also there for performing operations in continuous process industries. Industrial trucks, there are two basic categories: non-powered and powered. Non-powered with human works, push or pull. Powered, self-propelled, guided or driven by human. Common example: forklift and truck and automatic guided vehicles. Non-powered industrial lifts, say given two-wheel hand truck, four-wheel trolley, gap-operated low-lift pallet truck. Powered trucks designed to pull one or more trailing carts in factories and warehouses, as well as the airport packaging handling, powered by onboard batteries and IC engines. the automated guided AGVs. An AGV is automated guided vehicle system. It's a material handling system that uses independently operated self-propelled vehicles guided along defined pathways in the facility floor. Types of guideway AGV, that is driverless trains, pallet trucks, unit load AGVs. This plays a vital role. Driverless automated guided train. First type AGVs introduced around 1954. Common application is moving heavy loads over long distance in the warehouses and factories without intermediate stops along the route. AGV pallet truck used to move palletized loads moved along the predetermined routes. Vehicle added into loaded pallet by worker. Pallet is then elevated from the road. Worker drives pallet truck to AGV guide path and then it programs destination. Automated guided vehicle. Okay. Unit load carrier. How much load that is to be carried out by the vehicle is decided. Used to move unit loads from station to station. Often equipped with automatic loading and unloading of pallets and pans using roller conveyors, moving belts or mechanized platforms. This AGV applications large quantities of materials over long distances, storage and distribution, movement of pallet loads between shipping and receiving docks, assembly line operations, movement of car bodies, major assemblies, flexible manufacturing system, FMS, work parts between machine tools, movement of heavy parts handling system. Rail guided vehicles, that is electrified rail system and fixed rail system. Vehicle operates independently and are driven by electric motors that picks up power from an electrified rail. That is fixed rail system, overhead monorail, on floor parallel fixed rails. Suspended overhead from the ceiling. The next one is tracks generally protrude up from the floor. The picture shows how this overhead monorail system is there. Based on the tonnage, this capacity that is to be decided before procurement, and structure should be heavily provided for this. Conveyor systems, large family of material transport equipment designed to move materials over fixed paths, usually large quantities or volume. It's non-powered, moved by human workers or by gravity. Powered, power mechanisms for transporting materials is contained in the fixed path using chains, belts, rollers, or other mechanical devices. This whole handling, that is bulk handling, is then types of conveyors: roller, scatter wheel, belt, inflow tow line, and overhead trolley conveyor. These types are given, schematic diagrams are there. Normally the coal and large quantity of even in process industry, cement manufacturing, those things are conveyed through large extent and huge distance, even in miles. They have conveyor placements. Cranes and hoists, handling devices for lifting, lowering, and transporting materials, often as heavy loads. Cranes used horizontal movement of materials. Hoists used for vertical lifting. Cranes usually include hoists so that the crane and hoists combination provides horizontal transport, vertical lifting, and lowering. This is based on the tonnage. The schematic diagram shows the hoists, how it is that load is lifted or lowered and moves left and right. The functions of hoist is transfer horizontally and vertically. Types of cranes: bridge crane, gantry crane, jig crane. The figure shows the concept of these cranes. Mostly used to lifting and transferring the materials from one place to another place. Unit load palletization and containerization. Unit load is set of items, raw material, semi-finished good, finished product to be moved together. Set of cartons on a pallet. Set of products and container. In a unit load, parts are something cotton or something on pallet grouped by something wrapped or strapped and given for movement through the material handling system. These parts are packed neatly for carrying out proper utilization and moving from one place to another place. Reasons for using unit loads: multiple items are handled simultaneously, required number of trips is reduced, loading unloading times are reduced, product damage is decreased. The types of pallets are given: wooden pallet, pallet box, tote box. These are given for utilization in material handling system to avoid damages and carrying one place to another place. Pallets, styles and size based on shipping and receiving restrictions, size and weight of items on pallet, space restrictions, that is based on square feet, how many square feet is to be handled. Equipment used to move the pallet cost, supply and maintenance, aisle widths and door sizes, stacking heights. These are the style and size to be considered. For pallets, types of pallets: non-reversible, phase reversible, single phase. Materials mostly used for manufacturing these pallets: softwood, hardwood, even rubber pallets and plastic pallets are also there. For light loads and all, plastic pallets can be used. Containerization. Different types of containers are used according to the type of materials: boxes, curtains, cases, sacks, bales, ballots, machinery and process timber. A tank containers for bulk liquids and dangerous goods. These containers, different types are there: open container, closed containers. Advantage of materials management: reduced operating costs and timely production, greater job satisfaction on the part of both workers and employer, reduced operating costs, timely production, and effective utilization of the resources in an orderly manner. Proper planning is done, which material to be used, where and how. All the things are sequenced. Advantage of materials management: greater job satisfaction on the part of both workers and employer. Time saved is money saved. Elimination of waste movement and increased productivity. Cost reduction: cost cutting is no longer solution to the sustainable profitability. The key to success is finding creative ways to prevent cost, reducing overheads in head, purchase, production, storing and materials management, logistics, making use of just-in-time inventory and 5S techniques, value engineering, and IoT-based operations. Mostly nowadays, Internet of Things, that is adapted for latest industrial manufacturing. Cost reduction is the main activity. It is to be understood as the achievement of real and reductions in permanent the unit cost of goods manufactured, services rendered without imposing their suitability for the use that is intended. Introduction of SAP ERP systems and Industry 4.0 are added together. Achieving goals of cost reduction: reducing cost per unit, increasing productivity. How to reduce the cost? Elimination of waste, improving operations, increasing productivity, cheaper materials, but with the quality should not be compromised. Improved standards of quality. Cost reduction process: analysis, examination, developing solution, selecting solution, and implementing the solutions. How to reduce cost? That is material overheads, purchasing, storage, transportation, production. These overheads to be reduced. Labor and overheads increasing the production volume, extension of market and price differentials, size of the business unit, outsourcing, that is BBR or BBO, and sales and marketing, energy production. So these are the things for cost reduction. Dimensions of cost reduction: internal driven, externally driven, competitive driven. Internal driven, nothing but keep improving processes, employer satisfaction. Externally driven, top of the technology and process reduction through purchase and vendor supplies. Competitive driven, benchmarking against the competitors, real-time data, cost reduction through logistics and supply chain management. That is computerization of these, all the activities are done for better cost reduction, utilization of the equipments in an effective manner. Implementing cost reduction program, that's the schematic diagram shows set the reality goal, development cost reduction program, consulting all, perform on return on investment analysis, explore the options, not only BPR or model technology, consider offshoring and outsourcing. This cost reduction implementation is shown that materials in manufacturing, vendor consideration, value engineering, assembly outsourcing, standardization. For proper manufacturing setup, these things are considered. The effective utilization of the equipments are carried out. Tools and techniques of the cost reduction: value analysis, work study, job evaluation, merit rating, quality control, EOQ, that is economic quality, use of better technology, standardization, improvement in the design of a product, inventory management and control. These are the tools and techniques required for cost reduction, mostly employed in many variety of companies nowadays. Advantage of cost reduction to particular concern: improves profits, improves financial position, improve competitive capabilities, serves as an index of efficiency, that is improved on the overall equipment efficiencies. To the industry, one best company serves as trendsetter for the other companies. The comparisons will be done. How best this is when compared to other company is decided based on the cost reduction. To the nation, efficient utilization of scarce resources, high taxes can be levied by the government, retaining the markets, gaining new buyers, combating inflation and GDP growth. This is how this cost effective utilization, cost effectiveness is used in all the sources. Because the implementation must be planned soundly, appropriate to organization, requires cooperation and coordinated efforts. Reluctance should be recognized and dealt with. Programs should be clearly communicated, should not have undesirable effect on external parties. Unnecessary costs can be reduced, not eliminated. It's expensive and complicated to implement. This is precautions. How expensive is it? And any complications are there that is to be considered. Conclusion: hope today's session is somehow helpful to us and you have known about materials management, including the following: about purchasing of materials, stores management, materials handling system, scrap, salvaging, disposal, and cost reduction. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable presentation for the sessions about detailed presentations about uh, different models, strategies adopted to handling the materials in the industry and how to manage the materials to from scratch to store, bringing into the store, including about the purchasing of materials, stores management, material handling systems, scrapping, salvaging and disposal systems, including cost reductions of the materials. These are the key takeaway points from your presentations. Once again, thanks for your wonderful presentations. Sir, this is the questionnaire sessions. Participants, if you have any queries, we can discuss with the source person. Participants, any questions? This is the photo session. Please switch on your cameras, please. Participants are requested to open the cameras for the photo session, please. Please wait a minute. Thank you. Professor, anything you want to share to the participants?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dear participants, due to this technical issues, it is not in proper order manner, no issues. Hope I have more wider experience in quality control activities and new component development, starting from any given castings, rubbers, plastic components, even silicon components also can be made. New development items, requirement for textile machines, paper machineries, and any kind of components can be produced, developed by utilizing the sources what I have come across so far for the past 35 years. Even there is huge requirement for new SPMs, special purpose machines, and this computer based this remote sensing and remote operations, and likewise robotics are nowadays booming a lot. IoT things are moving a lot, and moreover supply chain management is also plays a vital role. Even Amazon, how Amazon plays, just one click you will get the material to your house. How the network is connected. So, okay, thank you very much. Okay, one and all. Thank you, present here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words to us. Thank you, participants. Today session, both session links, feedback links available in chat box. Please take it and fill it. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Good day. Have a nice day.